pop in, say hi. If you've never come in one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. And Sunday night is my night. It's the night that I look forward to because it's the way I start those days off that I get. It's the set in. It sets the mood. It puts me in a frame of mind to recognize that I am all done. I am all done. And right, not always am I truly all done, but that phase of my life, that light part of my life in that job that puts the roof over my head, and it's important to me to be able to do that. But I tell you, when that weekend is over and I have spent every last bit of energy that I have, it is really amazing to come in and have that experience of doing my live and recognizing that my week is done, right? I got stuff to do. But I remembered the lighting. Isn't the lighting so much better, you guys? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me put this on the floor. I use this for my thumbnail for my live show tonight. So I might as well show you this as we chit chat. Let me know how everybody's week is going. I know my sister will be in watching it. She may pop in and say hi to you guys, but she watches my live show like on a big screen TV, and she actually has to get up and manually set in so she could comment and stuff. So it's an extra effort for her. And when she does that, it is appreciated. Those little bonuses, those little extras, I had a few of them this week. Yesterday, I had a gentleman come in. He's a regular customer. He bids on our auction windows. His wife loves the china. He loves to spoil his wife. And they're just the sweetest couple. And they came in and they've gotten into the habit of bringing me in a cup of coffee. I kind of had the idea that they were going to be in yesterday, and I knew him because the past couple of times he was in, he specifically made a stop to buy me a coffee. So on my lunch break, I just stayed in the building because you guys, it's like, oh my goodness, with the wind chill, it's in the minus 30s for sure. If you don't know, I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And for those of you who've never come into one of my lives before, come on in, say hi to everybody. We really love the show and tells, and all this is, I work in a little thrift store, and each employee at the store, and admittedly, I'm not the worst anymore. We hired a girl who is worse than me, but she'll die out. The thrill of what she's doing will not last very long because she's still fairly new there, right? And I've been there for years, and I've always had very high staff charges. I don't have much of a life, but being able to work in a store where I could be part of that clientele, that I could feel like I could scream, "Start the car!" It's a commercial here in Canada. I think it's for Walmart or something, or Target or something like that, right? Where a woman got such a great deal that she thought she was actually shoplifting, and she's telling her husband, "Start the car," right? So I kind of feel, I love that feeling too. It's that, almost that feeling of something for nothing, right? How have you guys' week been going? Owen, Andrew, let me know in the comments. So Sunday nights, every payday, I share. Maybe this is part of my being accountable for what I purchase, because I am quite frivolous. I can pretty much, and I do, whatever I want, whatever catches my fancy, whatever I think I need, or in that knowing that I'm going to get a new apartment, you know, like I just know, and I want to be able to have a beautiful apartment. And so I have been collecting my decor. It's getting to be a little bit much now because I do live in a studio apartment, right? I don't even have wall space anymore, right? It doesn't look cluttered this way, and I do leave aisles everywhere, but it's just a tiny little apartment, and I would really like to be able to have my own place, a place that I can decorate with all these amazing things. In the moment, everything is just kind of right. The decor for one room is in the same room as the decor for my office. I'm not quite sure which one I will use. I'll probably use this for my living space because, when I come home in my living space, I like to see these things, but at the same time, I like to see my artwork when I'm doing hard stuff. It reminds me, you're doing this for a reason. You're doing this for the opportunity, Cindy, that possibly, in your retirement years, you can take care of yourself properly, right? That I might be able to have the life that I think would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to be an RVer. I would love to live the RV life. I would love maybe even possibly having just a piece of land, with a creek running through it. Or I'm not sure. I'm not anxious or thrilled at the idea of standing water. I love lakes and stuff. But when you don't have the wind and you don't have the breeze, the bugs can be kind of crazy, 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 especially in some of the areas that I'm kind of considering, right? It's kind of neat to be able to have that knowing that right in this moment, it's not something that's going to be happening in this minute, but in that knowing that it is going to happen, I prepare for it. So part of my picking up those staff charges. Hello, Dave. Hello. You come early for a show and tell. Maybe you'll hang out with us for the whole live and see all the cool things that I got. I didn't really buy these for me. I bought them because I think they're really cool. I'm not sure if in the States they have this Build-A-Bear, but these were two accessory packages. Let me pull that behind. Now, if you don't know what Build-A-Bear is, you probably see them in the mall where they're just like hollowed out sleeping bags. And right, you pick your bear, you pick the accessories, you pick the firmness of your bear, right? Pick the outfits. And these came in and they've never been opened. And this one here is a school pack. It's got an umbrella, a pencil. It's got looks like paper, like just school supplies, right? But for the doll, for the teddy bear. And then this one is the lunch box, and it's all kinds of snacks and lunch items inside his or this or hers little lunchbox bag. So I grabbed those. They're not for me. I mean, I thought they were cute. Maybe if she doesn't want them, she'll give them to her niece or something. I have been collecting anime as of recently, and it's fun, even though they're not worth money right this moment. I think anime, as in collectibles, especially the early anime, I think it's going to be very highly collectible, especially they do like action figures and stuff. You've seen me buy some of those, right? And I believe they're going to be, especially if you have very popular characters, and it takes time for the characters to build, right? So I started collecting, and I saw this one, and it was brand new, and it still had the tags on it, and so I thought I would grab it, and I would put it away with the rest of my anime. So I grabbed it. It was only 50 cents. So oh, I thought this was amazing. Um, it's a pot scrubber. It was only 50 cents with my staff discount. Not much, right? It wasn't much, 35 cents with my staff discount. But I thought, oh, this would be so great for washing my dishes and washing my I'm not sure if my pots and pans. I might use it just for my dishes and my coffee cups because I think they would be really good in my coffee cups too. And yeah, so I thought that would be handy dandy, right? It wouldn't be something if you had this in the store and it was right reasonably. You would think that maybe $6.99. Let's say $6.99 that this was, right? Let's say $5.99. $5.99, $4.99 on sale. That's $5. I would never buy this for $5. $5, is a lot of money. Lots of things, considering who you're talking to. It could be pocket change for you, or it could be the milk on the kids' cereal. I don't have any kids, right? I don't have to worry about making sure I have any milk except for what's for my coffee. And let's have a sip of my coffee. Let's see who else has popped in here. Pop in, say hi. I think that pot scrubber would be good as a back scratcher. You know what? When I lifted it out, to be honest, Dave, when I do my little shop arounds at work, it's usually I see something cool and I go, "Oh, you could come home with me." The first thought to me was a pot scrubber. That's what I intended it to be, was a pot scrubber, not a pot scrubber for my dishes, not for my pots, because it's so nice and white and nice. I think, and it's soft too. So I think it would be pretty good for my dishes, to quickly wash my dishes, or inside my coffee cups to get in the corners and the bottom. I thought that would be pretty good too. But when I was lifting it up to show you guys, what you said, Dave, was exactly the first thing that came to my mind since I said that this could come home with me. I said, oh, Dave. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever been used. It doesn't look like it's ever been used, Dave. I don't think I want to start using it as my back scratcher, but if it was brand new in the package, maybe I would. But because I only got it for 35 cents, right? It's my new scrubby for my kitchen sink. I got a big bag here, you guys, because I'm not going to show it to you, but I bought a new monitor. I have my laptop, right? But the screen's too small for me. It's right. I like a nice big screen. I have a 32-inch smart TV here on my desk. 32-inch, maybe a 28-inch smart TV here on my desk. I absolutely really really love it. I love everything about it, except for the fact that it's big, so it takes up a little bit of my picture window, right? And I can put it off to the side, but this is the perfect spot for me for comfortable, because I get a nice view this way and a nice view this way, and I can see Hermes on top of the legislative building straight ahead of me. So, and Hermes is he's a demigod, I think. He was a god maybe, but he loved humans. He loved humans, right? And it was kind of a little bugger, right? If you want to take a look at that, when it came to the other gods, because he would always take the side of the human. And here in Manitoba, on our legislative building, we have Hermes, and I would say he's about 20 feet high, 25 feet high. And they call him the Golden Boy because he's gold, right? And then they got lights, and it's right up on top of it's like on the last tower, the highest tower, and then they have him, right? And they took him down, I think, about 15 years ago for restoration and regilding, right, of the gold. But he's amazing. Yeah. Actually, in our legislative here, it's built with a lot of fossil rock, and all the architectural features are all symbolic of Masonic, and right, and it's like what do you call that? Da Vinci Code kind of stuff, right? So when that movie got really popular, so did our legislative building, and that was the way the architect had intended. So lots of people just go there just to look at the granite and the siding of the building, because you could see all kinds of trilomites and oysters and clams and all kinds of neat things, right? Okay. So this is just for my desk. Is it necessary? I don't know. But because it was $3, it's an IKEA product. It's an IKEA product, brand new in the package. I'm just going to plug it in, and then I'll be able to plug absolutely everything in. And it's going to be really nice. And it goes with that white cream color theme that I have going on in my office. It was one of those things. I saw it on the shelf and I went, ooh, you can come home with me. And I do that all the time. It's a relationship with the item right off the hop. And it's to anybody else to judge whether or not this is, what do you call that? Careless in watching my finances, because I am saving for a vehicle, right? I'm doing okay, but I would do a whole lot better if I wasn't being frivolous, because do I really need, right? USB ports, they're USB ports, right? They're to plug my phone and my laptop and all that stuff in too, right? So, but to have a three instead of having an extension cord there, and they're all USBs are plugged into my extension cord, this will look nice on my desk, which I am looking to replace. Just to give everybody the heads up, when you see me make a big purchase, I'm just waiting for the perfect desk at work. I don't know if I want it to be white, because I spend so much time at my desk. I mean, I always have wipes here and stuff, but I think because, my office chair, if you look at my desk here, you can't see it, but it's all gouged from my chair. My chair is perfectly fine. Why? Because it's a steel case chair. It's a little bit of a plug for an amazing product. I've had this office chair for, oh my goodness, 15 years, maybe 20 years. My sister got it for me for Christmas. She was a salesman for Steel Case, and I've never had a chair better than this one. But the thing is, it was a fabric chair, and the fabric is worn and dirty and needs to be replaced. I could ask her, I guess, because she probably knows where I can have the chair done cheap. Or do I purchase a new office chair? Right now, I just got a cover on it, right? And it doesn't bother me, but because I have this decor theme going on for my home, that maybe I do want a, a beige, maybe a beige. I don't want to add any colors to my house. I want, right? Like, I'm colorful, but when you can look at my house there, like, you can see the ornaments, all the cream color and all the white frames, and right, I like the cream color and the white, and it makes it so that my ornaments can be colorful, right? And this is the way, it's the way that I am. But we'll see. I would love to have a white desk, but I don't think I would take very good care of it, to be honest. I'm not that person. We're just kind of, oh, Kathy's here too. It's a beautiful building. Been there too. Oh, really, Dave? You've been to our legislative, Dave? Oh, I hope not when you've known me, because I would expect that if you came to Winnipeg, Dave, that you would give me a message and say, Cindy, let's go for coffee, right? Oh my goodness, you've seen our legislative? Oh, look at that. All the hearts and stuff. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You're all my Valentines, all of you. Every single one of you. Yeah, I had, but see, and then I trailed off on a branch there. Okay, I'm just going to show you a bracelet in the meantime. You guys know I like my stretchy bracelets, and it's a very, very it's a stretchy bracelet, right? Sometimes they last, sometimes they don't, because stretchy bracelets have been around for a very long time. And if you buy the old ones, usually the elastics have dried out, so it doesn't take much to snap one. And I'm not somebody who would rethread, so I always do a little bit of a spread just to look at the condition of the strings. I would love to have some of those old ones, because the old ones were the most beautiful with the rhinestones and stuff. But yeah. Okay, you guys, this crew, you know what this is. It's brand new. It's still got its tie stuff from the cardboard that it was plugged onto. But look what I got. It's a baby one, you guys. Do you guys remember this game? It was one of my favorite games. Oh my goodness. I was pretty good at it too. I was pretty good at it. I never got to have these games like in my household, these, right, when the new things came out. I never got those things. Never got the Cabbage Patch doll. I did get, there were two dolls, I can't remember them. There was one one had long hair. They both had long hair, and they pulled out of their heads and the holes in their heads, and one was a blonde one. Chatty Cathy, I think. One was called Chatty Cathy, maybe. And the other one, I can't remember, but I had the dark-haired one. And you pull on the ponytail, and the hair would go really, really long, or it could go really, really short. Can't remember what that doll's name, but yeah, I do recall I did get something new, because that was fairly new, right? And the Easy Bake Oven, and I got the Easy Bake Oven. My dad and mom were pretty creative when it came to gifts. Christmas was huge in our family, right? Absolutely huge in my family. Well, maybe I did something I wasn't supposed to do, because it's attached to this. But yeah, Simon, look at that. Our Simons didn't talk, did they? I heard. Right? Oh, this is going to be so fun. If I don't know how it turns out. I suspect that the battery will just go off by itself, but we'll just stick that in there. And then all I got for jewelry this week is, because I have orange. So I got a pair of orange earrings, and I got a pair of pink earrings, because I'm doing pink this summer. I'm going to do more pink and orange. I really like pink and orange, and I especially like pink and orange together. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there too, so I can throw little doodads as I come across them. Yeah, so I got these for my sister Alice. They're just Build-A-Bear lunchbox and a school bag. I don't know if they're worth anything or not, but I thought, well, if she doesn't like them, maybe her granddaughter would like those. And then again, my USB ports for my desk, brand new in the box with my staff discount. These cost me $2.09. How much would that have been at IKEA, you guys? How much would that have been at IKEA? I bet you it would have been over $20. I bet you it would have, right? So I don't look at things and buy things just because they're cheap, right? My dad would say, my mom would come home and say, oh, I got a fur coat, and it was only $500. It was regular $10,000. And then my dad, this didn't happen, but he would say things like, Like, are you serious? That would still be the kids' milk on its cereal, on their cereal for the next year, right? So he had a good way of looking at, but people who want their money for other things, no matter what it is, you tend to be a little bit stingy that way. You tend to look at the cost of things and not recognize the joy, right? I was pretty excited when I knew I was getting this for $2.10. So yeah. And all jobs, if you look at it, have benefits, right? Like Andrew's job, where he get to ride his bikes down the hallways of the university that he worked at. That would be pretty amazing, especially if it was an old building. Okay. Yes, it was a long time ago when I served in. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so you were based out on Capion at Cold Lake and drove there. You're right, Dave. Hey, that the easy bake oven used the light bulb, and it worked, you guys. Like, it worked perfectly, and I think it worked just as fast as if you put a cake in a regular oven, minus like to scale, right? I put an extra scoop of coffee in my coffee filter when I did my coffee today for the live show. Uh yeah, I was gonna do my live, but I couldn't see out my glasses because I had like grease and dirt. And then I looked at my fingers, you guys, and go, "Oh, Cindy, you're doing show and tell, and you got all kinds of dirt and grime from working today all inside your fingernails, right?" So it was a good thing I didn't eat my food and see all that mess. But yeah, my nails look okay now. Passable anyway. Okay, you guys, I got a lot of stuff. It was an amazing staff charges that I got. I got some stuff that I needed. I got some stuff that I wanted. And I got some stuff that, I probably could have done without. But in taking into consideration the joy that it gave me, right? When I say you can come home with me. And the people I work with, right? They go, "Cindy, look what was on the shelf." And they bring me things because they know what I like, right? And they get all happy when I say, "Oh, yeah." After something they decide. But then I do it and they go, Nah. And I like to pick clothes. I like to pick clothes for the people that I work with. "Oh, this would look so good on you." But nobody ever listens to me when it comes to the clothes. They all have their own taste. Okay, remember what I said? I've been collecting anime now, and this is right. This is what anime is. It's that Japanese culture that they got going on right now. They got it in video games. They got it in movies. They got it in cartoons. They've got it in books. They've got it in dolls and plushes and magnets. They've got it absolutely everywhere. I am not an expert, like I say. Lots of people spot things, but of course, of the culture and the design, it's easy. It's pretty easy to spot, right? And so I've been collecting it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think, in my hunch, that I would say in 10 years that this is going to be not so worth lots. I think anime is going to be big, big like Pokemon, maybe that big, right? Yeah, so we'll see if Cindy's hunch is right. I'm gonna collect it in the meantime because it's cheap. That book cost me 75 cents, 50 cents for my little anime teddy bear that was brand new with the tags, and it just gets put away. It is an investment. I don't have the space for it, but I'm making the space for it because it is something I'm collecting now. And I've got quite a few of my animals in my smalls cabinet are anime figures too, right? Recognizable cats, dogs, rabbits. But if any of those come around, I'm grabbing those too, right? And they can go in with the smalls. I got some dragons. My head cashier, he gets a toy bag, and he likes to give the toys to the little kids when they come in with their mums to the store, right? And they'll come up to the counter, and he has little conversations with the kids and stuff. And he gets to know what kind of favorite toys they are just by, knowing what kind of toys they're picking from the toy bins and stuff. And so he collects them. And so we make a toy bag every payday. I buy him a toy bag, and he fills up the bag with all the kids' favorite little toys. And as they come up to the cash register to pay for their purchases, he has a little conversation. It's a little interaction, and it's good for goodwill too. It's great customer service. Everybody loves my head cashier, and he's very reserved. He's very private, and yet me and him have the most beautiful little relationship going on. I just really love him to death, and he takes a big load off of me. And he's not somebody who judges, and I really appreciate somebody who, right, in his own demeanor and in his interactions with people, that he can make people, and he's not doing it intentionally, but he makes people really care for him. He's a Pokemon fan, so he gets his too. And his is pretty valuable. He's gotten some pretty nice stuff, like really, really nice stuff. But he likes the Pokemon. So in the toy bags, sometimes there's a Pokemon for him and stuff, and he can add to his own collection. But he got me the dragons. I got the little dragons. I just grabbed them because I wash everything and I put them in the window here for some sun for a day or two. And right, it's just the good mojo. Somebody loved them, so I got this dragon here, right? He bought me that dragon, and he got me this dragon. It's a nice blue dragon. And then he got me this dragon. So three little dragons I got. So I'm really happy. I don't have a lot of dragons. I'm very, very surprised that more dragons don't come into the store. I have a few myself, but because of my mission, right? It's not my mission statement because, right, but it's my promise to myself that I'm only going to buy thrifted, right? I do thrifted, I do used, and I do gifts, right? Small kindnesses that come across my path. I don't buy brand new unless it's my groceries, or those personal necessities that you feel comfortable, that you want to make sure that they are brand new in the package, right? So other than that, everything in my life, and that's why I buy a lot of this stuff, because I know, right, when it's time for me to move on. Sorry, I don't mean to stand up. When it's time for me to move on, and if I retire or whatever it is, the reason that I leave my job, that I'm good, that I have everything that I need, everything that I want, that I'm set up, that I'm not going to go into a store and go, oh my goodness, why didn't I buy that? Why didn't I buy that chair? Why didn't I buy that dresser? You knew you needed it. I got my dresser. I got my chair. I'm not somebody who likes a couch or anything. If it at some point later on down the road, that would be something that I would have to invest in at some point, then I'll do that. But I'm not somebody that has people over all the time. And even if I did, I got chairs. I got camping chairs. I got folded chairs. I got like a folding table. I'm set up, right? It might not be all cozy like a lazy boy or something, but you're here to see me, not to visit the chair. I got this. They were brand new. They just came in. It only cost me a couple dollars. I know they only cost a couple of dollars. I saw them brand new and I knew they weren't very expensive. But when I buy those frozen pizzas and I dress my pizzas and everything, I don't have a pizza pan to put them on them. And they say you can put it right on the grill in the oven. But when I do that, because I put the extra toppings, I put the tomatoes and extra onions and the green peppers, and I make it a really nice pizza, right? Because they go on sale for like $3, and I can dress it up for another couple dollars, and and it's the most amazing meal. But it always sticks to my grill and my oven, so it's not true when they say, right, that you could just put it on the grill. You can't. You need a tray. So I grabbed this tray. It was only a couple dollars and I felt I needed it. We'll see. I'm sure that on my days off that I'll make myself a little pizza. I think I have one in the freezer, so I'll probably make one for myself. Okay, I'm digging into the bag. The next thing coming out. Oh, this was pretty good, you guys. Let's take a quick look at the comments. Um Dave says, I must apologize. We have had almost 2 feet of snow in Stony Creek, Ontario. I've cleared it out with my snowblower, but finally the snowplow came down the street and I have 3 to 4 foot snow banks. Oh my goodness, you better get to work, Dave. Yeah, you get to work. Oh my goodness, right? And that's true. I heard about that storm coming in, rolling into Ontario, and obviously it's a lot of snow. We haven't had that. We have had a couple of pretty good snowstorms, but mostly it was blowing snow. It looked right. You couldn't even see like a block away at some point. I couldn't see past the houses and the buildings across the street from me, and but it was mostly blowing snow because in the morning there wasn't more than a foot or two of snow on the ground. It was really quite manageable. Okay, you guys. I got another. I've been into the lights lately. This is ambience lighting. This is color changing cabinet lights, and it's got a remote control. And these are all the colors that I can choose from. I don't know if they do sequencing. I usually just like the extra lighting. Maybe I'll do one of the light blues or something that might look nice at nighttime. I usually leave the lights on in my apartment, but these ones look like they would be awfully bright, eh? So there must be a pretty long cord. Um, yeah, it's not cord, so I don't know. I guess they're just run by the remote and batteries, right? And then they're just mounted to the ceiling. So I guess I would just space them out a little bit further than that. I don't know where I'll use them. Maybe I'll put them in my bedroom on the wall across my head of my bed. That might look nice, right? I don't know. But this was $6.50, and with my staff discount um, I would have gotten $2, just over $2 off of this. So this cost me $4, you guys, right? Including, and you could tell it's a quality product because it's really, really heavy, right? It's really heavy and it's brand new in the package. So I'm looking forward to installing these things. Okay, I'm going to just put that in my bag. I'm so happy I get to keep my desk clean during my live show today. I'll put my lid over here. Going to have a sip of my coffee. But I hope everybody's been having a great week, you guys. Right? It was, I knew going into it was going to be tough, but I knew that I was going to have 3 days off, and I am so ready for 3 days off. Tomorrow is statutory holiday. They just felt that right after the Christmas, there's always seems to be a little bit of a crash. And it's usually a heavier crash because, New Year's resolutions and the people who fail in their resolutions, which is a pretty high percentage, they're feeling a little bit down. And wintertime is kind of a moody kind of season together. And I think it was a really amazing idea. It's right across Canada, but each province gets to designate the holiday, the name of the holiday, what the remembrance is, and that. And here we are celebrating Louis Riel Day. We call it Louis Riel Day because Louis Riel lived here in Manitoba, and he was a Métis citizen. And we can talk about prejudiceness, we can talk about judgment, we can talk about, well, persecution in all honesty. And, I'm a true believer in live and let live. And to each one of us, we have the right and we should, if we're capable of, to voice the things that are not right. And that's exactly what he did. He was actually part of our legislative here in Manitoba. And he was a very religious guy too. So he was a hero that was persecuted literally, and he lost his life. They actually chased him down. He ended up in Montana for a while. He escaped to Montana. I don't know if you guys remember. We're going to go back, but I was volunteering with Doors Open Winnipeg, which is they take care of the historical buildings here in the city of Winnipeg. And each year I would get to be an ambassador to a different building, so I get to learn the history and I would get to be exposed to the building itself. And every year it changed. And this one year I had the archdiocese, and that's where the bishops, right, lived. And the artwork and the gifts he received, right, being part of the diocese, he had beautiful from all over the world, and they were all in like glass cases, just in casual presentation because they were gifts, right? Not in a museum display, but it kind of looked that way because they were gifts that were on display. And I remember walking in to the building, and there was this little door, and it was almost like one of those doors in the kitchens, the old kitchens where they were ironing boards put inside of them. And when I opened up the door, I was able to stick my head into another room. And when I looked up, it was a sealed stairwell. And when I had a talk or a conversation with the main guy who was putting on the tour of the building that I was working for those couple of days, he told me that's where they hid Lou Riel when the French came. Was it the French that were coming after? No, the French didn't come after the English, right? Parliament came, right? Parliament came after Lou Riel, and they hid him in the archdiocese in a stairwell that was sealed off, that you didn't know it was there because the door just looked like one of those ironing board doors, right? Right, and that was the entrance, and it was just a sealed off parchment of a stairwell from a staircase that he was hiding in. It was a pretty good, right? And when I opened up the door, it was covered in cobwebs, and he said I was the first person to have ever opened up the door that he'd have ever known. But it was just curiosity, right? You can't help yourself when you walk into a building and you see something curious. Just kind of opened it up just to kind of take a peek to see what was inside of what kind of cabinet it was or something, because it just looked like a cabinet door, in all honesty, right? But it ended up being this cubby hole that was just big enough for somebody to squeeze through. Okay, here we go. I'm jumping. Oh, it was my dragon stone sitting on the box there. Okay. keep down there. Okay, here we go. Back into, and yeah, we got a couple of bags here, you guys. So I should move through them. But okay, I've got something here. Oh, because I collect fancy dinner plates. You guys know I collect fancy dinner plates. So on occasion, I get a nice one. This one here is Limoges. Yeah, it's Limoges. It's a Limoges plate. This plate here in the late 1800s, you used to be able to buy blank plates. And Limoges was one of those companies, which was Limoges is actually a village, a town in France, right? But Limoges plates would be produced and they would be sent over to North America. And the ladies would sit around the table and they would paint their pieces, right? And some of them are very highly collectible. And this lady, whoever got this one, did such a lovely job. She did like little pieces of wheat and very colorful. And she put some gold gilt around the edges, right? And her name's on it. And then it would get sent in and it would be professionally glazed, right? And fired again. I guess the gold would have been put on after they were glazed, right? You can tell, you can see the gilt is really, really old because they changed the gilting in that and added more metal at some point, right? So yeah, I grabbed that plate. It was only $1. So I said, what the hell? I'm taking my tent camping this year. I'm not going to be sleeping in vehicles. I'm going to I have a great tent. I have a pop-up tent. So I want to furnish my tent. And I found this bag and I don't know if I'll use it for laundry. It just has snaps here. So it'll just snap over a rod or something in the tent and I'll be able to keep my laundry or shoes or whatever in them. And you can see it is meant for camping, right? It is meant for camping, but I'm sure there was no real designated use for it. I mean, it does have a little bit of a shape of a pillow, so maybe it had a second use where you would throw all your dirty clothes from the night before into it. So not only would it be your laundry bag, but maybe your pillow at night. I don't know. It's a shot. Nice bag. It was only $1. And so I said that can come home with me. Yeah. So that'll be washed and put away in my camping gear. I have so many beautiful dresses, you guys. But I have to have proper shoes when I'm at work. I have to be able to run around and take care of the customers and wheel and deal and help bring donations in and run back and forth with it's just constant, the whole weekend. But it sure would be nice. I bought these dresses to wear, but I work so much I never get to wear my beautiful dresses. So, but I need block heels. And what are you going to wear a dress with a block heel? It's just not going to work. But these beautiful, beautiful black leather boots came in and nice, huge block heel on them. I've tried them on with my socks and they are so comfortable. And I know I can do an 8-hour shift in these boots. And it's really nice Italian leather, these boots. No specific brand. But you can see they're pretty much brand new. So whoever bought them, they weren't comfortable. They were probably too small or too big, but they fit me perfect. And I'm looking forward to maybe even next weekend that for the first time I'll be able to wear a dress. I wouldn't do it like every day. I'm not sure if I'll do it next week. I might wait a little bit until it gets a little bit warmer. You guys, it's like minus 30 with the wind chill here. They actually had a cold warning go out And so, yeah, I might not wear the dress right away, but come spring, I have some nice dresses, you guys, and I sure would like to wear them. So finally, I got a pair of shoes that I think that might work in okay, I'm trying to get at this. There we go. For my dining room table. You guys know my kitchen dining area I am doing in white. This blue, white, blue, and this orange. I think it looks absolutely spectacular together. I love orange. It's my favorite color in the whole world. If I were to be exact, it mustard, right? That really browny orange yellow kind of color. I really like mustard. It's really one of my favorites. But this is so beautiful. I just absolutely love it. It's just an orange floss. And I thought, if somebody gave me a single red rose and I had a dining room with the with this sitting in the middle of the dining room table, how nice that rose would look sitting in this vase. So I grabbed it. It was $1.75, you guys, and a little staff discount. So it would have cost me at like $1.25 for this beautiful little glass vase. It's so pretty. I just really, really love it. Yeah. Oh, it's not glass, you guys. It's ceramic. It's a ceramic vase. It's not glass, but it's really pretty. Okay, we're digging in. I love closed off rooms and staircases. And also secret passageways. Yeah, secret passageways. I don't know. I think in one of our houses we had a couple of those. I think there was a secret room and there was uh what do you call it? There was a secret room and there was a panel that you could hit and it would open up to the part of the attic, right? Yeah. Okay, you guys know I like my doodle books. So when these school books come up, this was only $1.50 and I got six doodlers, and I'll pull out a fresh one on my set of days off on my clean desk. I even clean the drawers and everything. It's just so nice. I just wanted to have a nice set of days off. Going to make a video too. I think tomorrow I'm going to flake. I'm going to relax, and Tuesday I'll be ready, right? I might do laundry tomorrow just so that on Tuesday all I have to do is concentrate on making a video, right? And that will take me a couple of hours, and then Wednesday I will edit the video and I'll do it in a way so that there won't be any cuts, no real editing going on. It'll just be splicing splicing the videos together, right? And then we'll you go. I haven't even seen the rocks, you guys. I haven't even opened up the bag since I've been back from my holidays. Some of it is not having time, having other things that were more important, because I am somebody who prioritizes. But at the same time, there were lots of moments when I didn't do anything, right? And lots of times I didn't feel like doing anything. And so I did it. Though that bag of rocks is still sitting there. So we're going to take it downstairs to the community center. They said I could use the sinks and the tables and stuff. And I'll just make a video down there and we'll go through everything and we'll see what we've got in those bags after they're all cleaned. I'm sure I got some crystal. And even if it's just rocks, it'll be fun to reminisce about that trip I have, because that reminiscing, and though my reminiscing is, I don't look at specific moments the same way as most people do, like look over your wedding day and you look at this stage, this stage, this day. I get moments, really kind of strange moments. I was actually thinking about it today when I was riding the bus to work, that, there's certain moments in my life that I can just put myself in that spot, whether it was a certain highway that I was on and it was just a certain stretch. Like in my mind's eye, I was recognizing a corner that I took on one of the highways on my trip this past September. And when I turned the corner, there was an overhang of a cliff over a lake, and I could see it like a half a mile away because this lake became completely open off the side of the highway. But over ahead of me, there was a cliff that was hanging over the lake, and there was a great big cottage, like a great big mansion cottage on this cliff overhanging this beautiful lake. It had its own driveway and forest, and so in those moments I get that 1 minute. It might have lasted 1 minute from the time I actually got visual of it until, right, I'm in the forest area and it's the driveway, so I can't see anything, and I'm on my way to the next scene. So for, one moment, and it's only a moment, it's only, I would say, 10 seconds. I'm driving down and I see that and I say, that's going to be mine. That's what I want to retire in, right? And it's not necessarily that's where I want to retire in, but it's that happy spot for myself. If I could dream for myself that I would have my own lake and my own forest and my own beautiful mansion cottage hanging on the top of a cliff. Not like dangerously off the cliff, but visually, like it was so prominent that you could easily see it from the corner that I was on. Yeah. But I have another one where I'm just on my trip when I went to Minneapolis. I stopped in a gas station, and that moment, those couple of moments that are so imprinted on me, is just me standing at the gas pump, putting gas in my car, and just thinking to myself, I'm so happy. This is so amazing. I just love being on this trip. I just love traveling. It was just me standing at a gas pump at a gas station in Fargo. I was in Fargo on my way to Minneapolis, and just these visuals. It's a visual too. It's a thinking, right? But it's a visual, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. I don't know why I was saying that, but it's kind of like that. Um, Hello, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. We're having show and tell. Okay, my next item here is just a little shoulder bag, just for when I need my ID or my wallet, that I won't be carrying around my big purse, because I bought a purse, you guys. I don't normally buy beautiful purses. I would never, ever, ever spend a lot of money on a purse, right? This one here cost me $2.50, and then a little staff discount. So it might have cost me $1.75, right? But this will be great if I just have to do a quick run somewheres and I don't want to, right, drag a lot of stuff with me. But you guys, I'm just going to lean over here to this other bag that we still haven't gotten to yet. And I'm just going to show you this now. This is a Nat and Matt purse. It is a $260 American. I'm only saying American because that would be almost $300 Canadian. It's the most beautiful, and you guys can see it's my color this year. I've been wearing so much green this year. I just really love this khaki. I have a lot of it. I have sweatpants, I have sweatshirts, right? I have hair ties, hair ties and earrings, and right. And I thought, oh my goodness, and I'm going to have a car this year. So I'll be able to have, right? It's not like I'll have this wrapped around my neck, because it is physically a large leather bag. I'm not sure if it's leather. I think it might be vinyl, because this company here is ecologically um, inclined, right? So they use recycled products to make their purses. They're very well known. It's a designer purse is what it is, but they are well known because their purses are made of recycled material. But this specific design, you guys, this specific design is very expensive, right? Probably the most expensive purse I've ever had. And guess what it cost me? It cost me $10, you guys. Cost me $10. I didn't know whether or not I would get it for that price. Um, um, but I ran it through my staff charges. My boss knows, like, if she wants something for the auction window, or if she thinks that the price tag on it wasn't high enough, she would change it, right? So, I don't know, right, if it was a kindness, but I was very excited to get this. I was very excited. It was a special treat for me. I'm not usually, right, this I'm not an it girl is what I'm saying. I'm not an it girl, and this is kind of an it girl person. And yeah, I'm grateful to have it. I know it's a women's thing. I have guys here not really into the, but brand is branded. For a guy, it'd be like buying a pair of Nike runners, okay? If you wanted something into comparison with that. Okay, let's get back into this bag. Oh my goodness. What do I have in here? Oh, I bought these for my sister Alice. They are, she calls them something. Anthro anthropogenic um, egg cups. They are so darn anthro. I can't remember if anybody out there knows the word that I'm looking for. What it means is character faces, animals with character faces. Anthropogenic. I don't know. I don't know. This is what she calls them, and she loves these things. And she hasn't been able to come down and visit me. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna buy her. I'm gonna buy her a few things. Look at that one there with the little reindeer on it. And they're little egg cups, you guys. They're beautiful. I think they're absolutely spectacular, right? Oh, and there's one more. Let me see what this one is. I just grabbed them off the shelf and I said, "Oh, and this one here, just a little dog, right? Just a little dog." So I grabbed those for my sister Alice, right? Put a smile on her face. Well, maybe it will. Maybe she won't like them. But they only cost me 50 cents each, not even that with a little staff discount. These probably cost me $2 for all of them, right? So I'm just gonna wrap them up here. Gonna see. You like the egg cups, Kathy? Yeah, I bought those. I bought those for Alice. I guess that one could just go in there, and I'll just put them down there. I'll keep them safe so they don't get ruined. Yeah, I thought she would like those. Oh, I just grabbed it. I didn't look at it, but I know what it is. I have a little Himalaya salt, just a little one. But this one is quartz crystal. It's not Himalaya. It's a gray crystal. It's like a quartz. What do they call them? Can't remember. I don't know why I forgot because I was just thinking of it yesterday. But yeah, it's so beautiful. So this one, I have one. Well, you guys can't see it. It's behind me over on that shelf over there. And it stays on all the time, right? It's just a little USB one. And they light up really, really nice. I plugged this one. It's got a little silver light in it. So coming through the gray or the silver in that, it's just going to be so beautiful. And I already put, you can see I changed a little bit this vase. I put this vase here because I'm thinking that I might like to stick this on the top of the vase and use the vase as a pedestal for this, because I do have uh, a little plug there that I can just put a little USB plug in there, and then this will be over there. You guys will be able to see it on my next live show. I'll plug it in for you guys so you guys can see it. You guys can see these little candles down here. You can't see when they're on, but when they're off, you can see that they're little birch trees, right? They're so pretty. I really, really like them. They just run on batteries, those ones there. Okay, we are moving along. This can stay on my desk. And actually this plate can stay on my desk because I don't want it to break. I think that makes it so I have about 90 plates. I want to have about 110 plates, because if somebody's going to have a wedding reception, right, you want to have a little bit over 100. If they have 100 gifts and it's like an intimate dinner, it would be so beautiful for everybody to have a beautiful. Some of those dinner plates that I have are worth $200 or $300 each, right? And they're really lovely plates, and I haven't gone through them. They're sitting on the top shelf in my kitchen cupboard there. I just keep buying these plates, washing them, and putting them away, but they can't sit there up in the cupboard forever, right? Yeah. It's either going to be wedding number two for me, or it's going to be a wedding reception for somebody else. Maybe I'll put on a wedding for somebody. I haven't done a wedding in a very long time. I used to really enjoy doing weddings for people. I would do the receptions, and yeah, I was really well known. I could do them very inexpensively, and they would be really, really beautiful and creative, right? But I haven't done one in decades, like decades. The last one I did, I think, was my sister's, and she had an unlimited budget. It was so much fun. I did all her bouquets and boutonnieres and all the table centerpieces, and there was no limit. I could spend as much money as I want. It was so much fun. Yeah, that was my rich sister, Tracy, right? And she wanted to have a big wedding. Okay, let's dig into the bag. We're getting there, you guys. Oh, isn't this beautiful? It says Pembina Valley Provincial Park. It's a really heavy mug. It's a really thick kind of planter kind of mug. Beautiful, beautiful color too. It's just like a brownie purpley color. It's just really lovely. And this is one of our provincial parks. So I thought I would buy this, and one of the parks we would do is Pembina Valley Provincial Park, and we'll see what their camping spots are like down there. I love the Pembina Valley. It's so beautiful. The drive is so amazing down there. Yeah, I think that's a good choice because, for me, it's the amazing landscapes. It's one of the reasons why I love Ontario so much, because the landscapes are so spectacular. But there's lots of places in the world where the landscapes are spectacular. BC, I'm from BC. BC was beautiful. Oh my goodness, look out your living room window up into the mountains. It was like being in the Swiss Alps, right? Be Take a bus and take me 10 minutes to get down to the beach, and I would stay at the beach all day long, right? It was amazing growing up in British Columbia. Very beautiful too. I never got to have that experience as an adult, right? It's really strange. It's just all my child and young or older teen years that I spent in British Columbia. Yeah. Taste change. I don't feel any inkling that I'm missing out on anything, or that I made a bad decision, because it was the best decision I could have made for myself, not for my family, not in I right. I think my father would have loved to have stayed in Vancouver. I don't know the circumstances as to why, truly. They said it was for medical reasons for my mother, and because some of the best scientists in Canada are here in Manitoba, but I'll never truly know what that reason was. But for myself, it was the people, to be accepted for who I was. It was like the first time in my entire life that I was not judged by people. And I had been judged my entire life. I was 311 pounds, right? Oh, I was well over 200 pounds by the time I came to Winnipeg. But by the time I really settled into who I was and where I lived, I got to be 300 pounds. And there was no judgment in that. People loved me anyway. It was pretty cool. It really was. Sometimes it's just a change of an environment. And I went to a lot of schools growing up, and I looked at going to each one of these schools as an opportunity to start anew, to better adapt to my surroundings and the people that were in those surroundings, that I might be able to make better friends or better settle in or better accept myself, because I never was around people that accepted me for who I was, so I kind of beat up on myself too, right? So grateful I'm out of that stuff, that way of thinking. Silly. This is a beautiful piece of art glass. It's the color of my dining kitchen area. It's that blue again. And I thought that would be really nice to have. These pieces don't come around very often, but the two pieces, this one, right? Look how beautiful they go together, these two colors. And so that's what I want my kitchen and my dining room, right? Even the appliances I would like in the blue. In the blue. The orange is loud, right? But you don't have to have a ton of orange. And in kitchen utensils and kitchen appliances and kitchen stuff, there isn't a lot of orange out there. So I don't think I could overdo it in the orange. I think it would just be just something super bright and right. Just make my home so much nicer. Okay, you guys. Oh, I picked Nancy up a doll outfit. It was so cute. I said, "Oh, Nancy's babies will like this." So I grabbed that. I grabbed that for Nancy. It was so cute. It was only a couple dollars. So I'll just take the price tag off it, and then I'll wash it, and then I'll get that ready to mail off at some point, not right away. I'm doing somebody else's parcel next week. So, well, this week I'm getting it packed up, but next week I'm sending it off. But it's coming, Nancy. Okay. I've never had one of these before. It's a mini skirt attached to tights. I wear a lot of tights. I wear a lot of tights. And then when I wear tights, quite often when I'm at work, I wear these kind of skirts over my tights because I bend over a lot. Who wants my big butt in the air and stuff like that? So I wear these skirts on them. And then this was on the shelf in my size, and it has the skirt already on it, so I thought I would give it a shot for what I paid for it, which was $2.90 with my staff discount. It was worth a shot. So that's going in my laundry basket. Okay. Oh, we're getting to the bottom of this one, you guys. I think I'm at the last couple of items here. Okay. It's a little bit big, but because it's made of wood, and I love wood, when somebody has taken the effort to put a little bit of love into it, um, and carve something, I usually buy it. I don't come across all of it, but right when I do come across it, I buy it. This was only 50 cents. It's only 50 cents. And it's a frog. It's made of wood. So I'm going to wash this, and then I'm going to set it up in the window with my dragons tomorrow, and give it a couple of days in the sun, and then it'll go. Probably this one is not going to go in my smalls cabinet because, number one, it's a little bit too big for the smalls cabinet, but because I have my Mother Nature wall, which is lots of wood. I have birds and ducks and mice and turtles and acorns and Mother Mary and babies. I've got candlesticks, and I've got storks, and oh, I got lots of little wood things, right? So that will probably just sit on my shelf. I'm just gonna throw it in my bag there. And the last thing, I told you I was going to be wearing pink this summer. Pink was going to be one of the main colors that I wear this summer. So I try and keep I don't get a lot of these kind of things because of my size. But when it does come in, when those donations come, it's usually one person who's donating it. So you got to grab your size when your size comes in, right? For the longest time, my section of tops and hoodies that right, hoodies are one of the things I love, right? I love shirts with hoods on them, and I love the fleeces too, but those could only be worn in the summertime, right? Could have had a couple of more fleeces. Thought I saw a sticker. Maybe not. It's gone. But yeah, I got a pink shirt for summer, right? Just a nice pink one. And like I said, I'm going to be wearing quite a bit of pink this summer. And I think, oh my goodness, that bag is empty, but I'm not quite done because I'm making my cards. Like I'm making my cards, right? My 54 powerful words. Um, I knew I needed a cutting board for my cardboard, right? Because I want to use really good quality paper for my cards, and I want to make the cards from beginning to end. In the beginning, there'll at some point it'll go into production, and I thought, oh, this is so nice. I got this antique cutting board, you guys. It was only $6 with my staff discount, $5. It was like $4 maybe. Look at that. It's actually for photocop exactly that kind of paper that I'm using, right? Which is a really, really thick photo paper. But it's got tape. Something got tape there. So I'm just gonna wash all this tape off and make it look brand new. But it's an old one, you guys. It's an antique one. And the blade on it, even though it's really primitive, it's in really, really sharp, good shape on that. I don't want to be playing with it so much, so I'm just going to close it down. And you can tell by the screws in it that it's very, very old too, right? So I had no choice because I said when a paper cutter comes in and they don't come in very often, I have to get these things if I need them because if I had to buy this, I priced this old one out. This old one goes for $60 on eBay plus the shipping, and it's really heavy, right? But a new one, I would assume, would cost the same amount. So I'm just going to stick that there so I can make sure I find a good home for it. I don't want to be tripping over it and taking off my head or anything like that, right? Okay. Oh, this is nothing I don't have to show because there's certain things that we can't sell like the hand soap and the shampoo and stuff, right? So I grab it if it's a good product. I will grab it, and this is Bath and Body Works. And it I don't think it's been open. Well, maybe it has been open, but yeah. So I grabbed this. I didn't have to pay for it, and this was some coffee filters, and they were still in good shape, and they were still nice and white. So right, saved myself a couple dollars. And so I took the coffee filters too. And and right, that's a kind of again in the jobs that we have, right? There are little gifts in that, right? I'm grateful that in my job I'm not only right my the company I work for, the people I work for, they encourage me to be myself, right? I'm grateful that I have that opportunity to just be who I am, and I built an amazing community there on the weekends. right? The other days is just in prep for the weekends, right? It's just prep for the weekends. And we did really good this weekend. I think we did really good. But who's to say? Because I don't get to be the judge of that, do I? Right? Some people, they find things to fault and they don't look at the good, right? The things that made their life a little bit easier, right? I'm a true believer that loyalty is built when you take into consideration the extras, right? The sprinkles, the gravy, the little bit of extra effort that somebody puts in, that extra love, that thoughtfulness that when you didn't think of it, like my customer bringing me coffee to work today, right? Just when I most needed it, and I got a fresh cup of coffee, and then somebody else did something kind for me. I can't remember what it was. And I just, oh, are you kidding me? Right? And I said, I just got a cup of coffee. And he goes, oh my goodness, my gift doesn't. And I said, no, that's so amazing. Thank you for considering me. Oh, and then another customer brought me in roll paper, like paper to wrap our dishes. It's not paper, it's like foam on a roll. And he works in a plant, right? So these are ends that they don't use, and he perforated them for me. So every 3 feet, I've got like bubble wrap for all the dishes and glassware that I got. And he brought me in a roll like this big today. And it was so nice of him. But sometimes he's hard to get rid of because he likes to talk. This guy likes to talk. And he's a conspiracy theorist. A conspiracy theorist. Theorist. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so and lots of that stuff, right? To me, I just kind of go blank when people start talking about these things because it just doesn't perk my interest. It's just not my thing. So sometimes I will space off if it doesn't interest me, right? And people notice when I don't notice, right? Because when people talk to me, they're looking for a little bit of understanding. They're looking to be seen and looking to be heard. And sometimes it's difficult because even though they would like to, sometimes they don't know how to catch my attention that will make me curious or make me want to jump in and join in a conversation, right? But even in those cases, sometimes it's just being polite, just knowing your please and your thank yous and your have a great day, smile, right? That you don't necessarily have to be at that high state all the time because your day will break you down. By the end of it, you're so ready to leave. Like today, I was so ready to leave. Okay, you guys, these were so amazing. I had to have them. Remember what I said, right? Sometimes when things come in, they come in groups because they're coming from one person, right? And you can hear I got glasses here, you guys. I got 3 of them. I don't know where the other one is, but I got these 3 blue vintage glasses. I thought they would look so nice on the table for breakfast or right, nice little juice or water glasses. And I thought with my decor that they would be just perfect for me. And have another sip of my coffee. Okay, we're getting close, you guys. We're getting close. I'm moving it along. Oh my goodness. I forgot I got this. Oh, it's beautiful. This is mine. This is a gift. This is a gift for me. This is Crown Dusel. It's called Pussy Willow. Oh my goodness. I absolutely am in love with this roast beef platter or vegetable platter, whatever you want to call it. It's in perfect minty shape, right? It's a good company. I don't know what it's worth. I just fell in love with it and I had to have it. A pussy willow, you guys. Mother Nature. It had to come home with me. Oh my goodness, I forgot that I had that. I forgot that I chose that. Right? Oh, I forgot I chose this one too. This is amazing too. It's another platter, you guys. I don't know what it is, right? That I needed these platters. But look at this platter. This one is stoneware. Isn't that amazing? It's not a dinner plate. You can see by the size of my head, it's actually a platter. It's an actual roast beef platter, right? Something like that, right? Absolutely beautiful with the poppies on them, right? How pretty. These were really popular in the 70s. Now these are mine. These are not for right? I only use Corningware. But for my personal platters and nice china, this is right up my alley. Okay. I just got some little containers with screw tops in them. I thought they would be good for when I go camping and stuff instead of taking the big containers of ketchup and stuff. If I'm only going away for a couple of days, which I probably will be doing, right? If we're doing Manitoba, right? It only takes a few hours to drive wherever I'm going to go in this province and I'm there. That I'm not going to need to take my big condiment containers and stuff, that I'll just be able to fill these up. And I think I bought 3 of those. Okay. These, I didn't need them. I have 2 sets already, but I think I'll donate one of my other sets because these are beautiful. I love the beehive glass. These were really popular in the 30s and 40s. You would usually find these ones in restaurants. Now, I have some, but not the beehive design, not the, see how the lines are in that. I don't have these, and they're beautiful, and they're in really nice condition. And so, yeah, I'm going to donate the ones I have, and I'm going to bring these ones on board. These were $1.50, maybe $1.25 with my staff discount. I just love them. I just love them. There are a few of them. There was a syrup container too, right? That kind of stuff. I would just leave in my container. There's no need for me to have the other pieces. I don't need the sugar bowl and the creamer because I just wouldn't use them. They would be collectibles, right? I only want things, right? Because these are going to be useful and they'll look nice in my dining or kitchen area, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, I got some more glass here, you guys. Oh, here's the other glass. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, I got 3 of these. And they were only 50 cents each. I didn't price them. I would have put 75 cents on these. So, yeah, right? Look at same color as the vase that I got. And it all came the same day, right? It all came the same day. So, it was one person. And this was probably the color scheme in their kitchen. I just kind of fluked and got the orange vase. Or maybe I saw all this and I go, okay, well, maybe I can grab the vase now because I need more orange because I got so much blue. It's probably what I did, right? And okay, you guys, we're getting close to it. Oh, I forgot I got this one too. Okay, this is a little bit anal, but not. I got the bowl too. I got the big serving bowl. I hate to say it, but this is not going to be a serving bowl. This is going to be my soup bowl. This is going to be my spaghetti and meatball bowl. This is going to be my stew and dumplings bowl. This is going to be my dinner bowl. Right? I like these kind of bowls because when you spread your food out, it gives it an opportunity to cool down. I don't like to eat my meals where they're so hot that everything has to dance in my mouth with my tongue and stuff. I really want to enjoy my meal. So I thought, that can come home with me. So I got the platter and I got the serving bowl. So I got 2 pieces. Again, I only paid $2 for it. So with my staff discount, right, the 2 pieces cost $5. So they both together cost me $3.50. And again, I got the serving bowl and the platter from the same set. I could have had the dinner plates, but I didn't take the dinner plates, right? So so probably because I knew I was taking lots of dinnerware this payday. I don't normally do that, but they were so nice. I don't think there's any more. Oh, I feel something else. Oh, I had to have this. Number one, it's blue. And look at the hug. Look at the hug on that coffee mug. Is that not just the most adorable? I'm going to use that in my live show tomorrow. That's going to be my live show. Topic tomorrow is going to be important, right? But right, yeah, my a hug mug. A hug mug. My hug mug. Oh, yes, I need a hug mug. Yeah, this is a perfect one. Isn't that just the most perfect little mug for me? So it had to come up with me. Okay, now I think the dishes are done. Let me just double check in here. Yes, I don't feel. Oh, sorry, you guys. I think I feel one more dish. Oh, yes, you guys. Oh, I love this. I forgot I had this. This is amazing. Look at this. Look at this coffee mug, you guys. Is that not beautiful? Look at the flowers and the butterflies on that. It was only 75 cents. Oh, it was a dollar. It was 75 cents with my staff discount. It was worth a dollar. I usually put a dollar on the nice coffee mugs. So I thought this was a beautiful coffee mug, and I was being honest, and I put the dollar on it. Somebody else might have put 50 cents on it and not thought it was that great, right? It's one of those 1970s or 1960s coffee mugs. I just love it. Yeah, so that's the last of the dishes. I feel in here. Yeah, last of the dishes. And then, okay, the next thing I have a sun hat. I am wearing pink this summer. This hat came in. It's Puma, right? I'm a bit of an it girl. When I'm at work, I get to have nice brands and clothing if I choose them. Lots of these brands come in, right? It was only because it was pink that I decided that this could come home with me. Is that just not the cutest little hat? Yeah, that's going to be so cute when I'm on the road. Yeah, in my pink outfit. Somebody put $1.50 on that. Me myself, I would have put $4.50 on this hat. Um, if I didn't want it, I would have taken it and I would have changed the price. But because I wanted it, and I want that feeling of being able to get a little score, um, that's what I did. Got a pair of pink socks for 50 cents. I would have put 75 cents on those socks, but somebody put 50 cents on them. So they come home with me. Then I got a second pair because remember what I said? I didn't like the bobby socks. I had so many bobby socks. I didn't have any regular socks for summer, right? So now I need my summer socks. So these are my summer socks. They're my summer socks. If you saw my winter socks, you would know these are my summer socks, right? So I got a pair of pink ones, and I got a pair of burgundy ones. And then again, like I said, I've been loving the green, and so I got a pair of green socks to match my. It's a new color. It's a new thing that I'm doing. So it looks like I've got laundry to do and donation bags to do on my set of days off. I am going to be busy, but it's going to be so nice to have 3 days. It's going to be so nice to have 3 days off this week. I have been working full time. Number one, my boss could use the extra hand, and the store is running pretty good in this moment. The staff is working out better. The sales are improving a little bit, right? Need to harp a little bit on the pricing of some things, but that is a process, right? And to each one of us, the things that I know, like the china and stuff, like, yes, I know this serving bowl is $25, right? If you wanted to buy this online, it's from the 1970s, but I can't ask that in the little thrift store that I have. but I know its value. So I put $2.50 on this bowl, right? But whereas somebody else would say, oh, it's just a bowl, 75 cents. And they put 75 cents on it. And then that's lost money for the company, right? And that job that's so wondrously put a roof over my head, right? Makes it so that I am here and have been here every week. I haven't skipped a bit on Chatter's Life. I never would unless I'm on holidays, unless that I'm away, right? But that hasn't happened. That's never been an issue when it comes to this live show. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what's coming up. I am in money saving mode right now. It's kind of boring, right? Maybe that's why I got so much this payday that kind of went a little bit nuts. So it's because I'm somebody coming from trauma base. In order to quite often to feel good, we have to make ourselves feel good. And these are one of the things that make me feel good, because I'm not somebody, you're not going to find me in the mall. I'm not somebody who likes to go to the mall and hang out in the mall and stuff, right? I used to do that with my sister and stuff, but it was her life. It was what she enjoyed, and of course benefiting, because I would always get something in that process. I did it, but it wasn't something that if I had gotten a choice to do, I would do, right? I am I am my own person. I like my quiet. It is. I try and keep it as quiet as I can. I am loud. Everybody at work says I am loud, but that's my job, in that what I'm capable of bringing to the table, that energy, that light, that sunshine. If you ever walked into my store, right, you would. I had those. I get those comments all the time. One of my mentors, through the organization I went through in getting mentorship for this job, he popped into the store today. He says, "Do you remember me?" And I says, "Of course I remember you. I will never ever forget you." Right? That was a very scary time in my life. And, all that great effort and encouragement and support that you gave me, right? All that extra effort that you gave me. I wanted to, I want to see you every once in a while. He used to come all the time, because we used to get all our employees from his organization. And he was a mentor for people who were struggling and getting jobs and holding down jobs. And if you've hung out with me for any length of time, you know that I needed to get some mentorship in order to hold on to a job, right? It's where I started to get to understand myself, getting to understand that I was part of that equation, and whatever was not going right in my life, right? For me, it was always somebody else's fault. So and so did this to me. I can't take this anymore. Take this job and right? And to understand that I am a part of that bigger program, that bigger community. But I still want that time for myself, right? These next 3 days, right? Other than coming in for my lives, I will be spending it with myself, unless one of my sister calls and, right, we need to move in something, because there always is things going on in our lives. But I leave myself open, and however my days off play out, that's how they're going to play out. This is a nice way for it to start this Sunday, doing my show and tells. And even if it's not show and tell, even if it's just me showing up, right? It is the beginning of my set of days, and it's a really amazing way to start my days off. Okay, you guys, I've kept you long enough. 20 minutes. Let's take a look back here in some of these comments before we disappear. Okay, I think I will. Nancy says the purse is nice. The color needs to be purple, though. Purple's your color, Nancy? I'll keep that in mind. So glad you got something nice. Yeah, I really love my purse. I don't usually treat myself that way. I'm not an it girl kind of person, but it is a lovely bag and it will draw some nice attention that somebody might think, "Oh, she's a millionaire. Oh my goodness, she's got one of those, right?" Or um um she's very aware of the environment because she's making wise choices in using recycled products in the products that she buys. I love the purse. I love the color. Everything else was just bonus gravy sprinkles, right? But I appreciate it. Thank you for the nice comments on my. I'm glad you like my cups, Kathy. Yeah, I love those too. Andrew says I bought a new backpack at Salvation Army for about $5. My current backpack is nearly worn out, but has lasted me for years after being purchased for $5 at Goodwill. I purchased a backpack this year at Goodwill because the backpack I had a Swiss Army knife backpack. I think I got it from Christmas for one of my sisters or something. It was a Swiss Army knife backpack, but physically it was too heavy, right? And I want to get that physicality out of my life, being more mature too. I want to take advantage of maybe being able to hold on to my good health for a while longer. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? And yeah, so I got rid of my backpack and I bought this one, which was just a fabric one, so it didn't weigh anything, but it doesn't hang right. It doesn't feel right on me. And when I got it loaded up with groceries or whatever, it's not comfortable. It doesn't hang on me. The straps don't hold. It's just so I'm looking for a new bag myself, but I probably won't get a $5 deal. I might get a $10 deal. We usually price our backpacks between $8 and $15, depending on the quality. But I suspect if I'm going to buy a backpack, that it's going to be a good backpack because this one is wearable and doable for now. But I'm keeping my eye open. So when something nicer comes in, I'm going to grab it. Like I'm waiting for the smalls case, like the new china cabinet for my smalls, right? This one, it's nice, but I think I'll just save it for a display. If I do a flea market or something and start thinning out all of this, my tastes are changing all the time, and yeah, my smalls case is getting pretty big right now. But yeah, can't pass out on those small little animals that come across my path because it's such amazing little energy too that comes from them because somebody picked them, somebody loved on them, and yes, maybe somebody tired of them and put them away, but when they loved on them, they loved on them, and that energy is coming straight to me, right? So yeah, happy to have all of those, right? Don't regret any of those except the earthenware collection that I had. I was so glad that that one disappeared. That was bad. I'll never do anything like that. I'll never do anything like that again. Mind you, my earring board is getting pretty big. Okay, you guys, let's call it a night. Just going to come down to Andrew. Um, Oh, good. Wait till you see. I got a few other ones, Nancy. Wait till you see the other ones. They're really cute. Um, uh, oh, sticker on my sleeve near my hand. Did I knock it off? I don't. Oh, thank you. Okay, I see it. I see it, and then I don't see it. Where? Oh, it's on this arm. There it is. Oh, you guys, I have no idea where it is. I'm missing it completely. It's right there, my finger. Oh, it's not a sticker. It's the branding of my hoodie. I kept looking at it, I couldn't see it, but it's reflecting blue, I guess, from the lighting. But when I look at it, it looks gray when I turn it around. No, it's not a sticker. I just thought it was a sticker. Okay. That coffee mug makes me think of the styles of the 1970s. Yeah, that's why I grabbed it. I just love the dishes from the 1970s. They used lots of orange, brown and yellow. Those were really popular. And that blue was popular too, that sky blue. Um, Nancy says, I was Girl Scout for way too long, so I lost my love for the color green. Ah, my husband was in the military. He wore lots of green, and green was my wedding color. It was forest green was my wedding color. I like green. I might have loved green at one time, but this khaki, it just everything. I just really like it. It's kind of got a earthy mother nature kind of feel, and I kind of attached myself to the color, right? So I do like it. Even my pants, even my even my cat pants are the same khaki color too. Okay, we're almost done here. Everybody, you have a great week. If you want to come in, I'll be live sometime tomorrow. Um, uh, maybe, maybe I'll take a day off tomorrow. We'll see. I might have something to say because I do have a topic in mind, being Lua Real Day. But we'll see. You guys have a great week. Talk to you next Sunday. I hope you like my show and tell. I made myself not too much of a laundry day tomorrow, right? Just a few pairs of socks and a couple of tops, and right, it's the dishes I've got to wash and just put them away. Right? I'll just leave my new stew bowl out, or my new soup bowl. Okay, you guys. Have a great night.